here's the receipt, and we had a credit from the bag, which I probably mentioned already. So I did the exchange at Yorkdale Mall, which is where I got my bag from. I don't like going downtown too much. It's a little inconvenient for me. So, oops, sorry. So I have my agenda right here. Oh, sorry. So I have my agenda, which was $6.05, and I'm going to tell prices only because in a few months it's probably going to change. So it's good for me to know as well, like how much I paid for them. So here's my Monogram agenda, which was $6.05. My Turenne bag is $1,900, and I got the PM size. And that's the Alma BB, which my sister got, and that's the return. So that's $30.50. There, and here is my agenda. I waited so long for this, guys, like, because I originally thought I wanted the damier, a bean, but I didn't like the way it looked. I think there was also something wrong with the flap here. It was kind of crooked and it bothered me, and I had to be nitpicky because I had a bad experience with my tea clay. It was a little bit scratched, and I had already had it hot stamped, so this time I wanted to make sure that it was in perfect condition. So with the damier one, when I kind of say it was full, right, you couldn't tell it was like kind of crooked, and it was like, it didn't matter if it was empty or full, it was gonna still be there because it's just the way it was sewn. So I waited, and then I took it home. I didn't take it home, sorry. I went home and I thought about it, and in the end, I think I decided to go with the classic LV monogram, and I was more happy with it only because usually I love the LV monogram. The only thing is with bags, they have a lot of the vachette or vachetta showing, so I'm a very low maintenance type person, and I don't like to go with so much vachetta showing because, you know, over time it's gonna get like water spots and whatnot. So I just kind of want to stick with this only because there's no vachetta or anything, so why not just go with the ones I always liked anyways. So here she is. This is the LV Monogram PM size in, well, it comes with gold hardware anyway. It's not like you choose silver, but yeah. So it comes with the gold hardware, and I love the gold. It's very shiny. It's very almost like 18 karat gold type color. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 card slots, and you have a little pocket in the back, and you have your little key, pen holder right here, and it makes such a beautiful sound. Oh. And I played around with it a little bit. And I just love it. Like, I'm very, very excited to kind of get papers for it, refills. So in the actual screws here, it does say LV on it. Let me show you. Is it showing? Not showing, but okay, I'll just get a close-up after. And on the button on the front as well, it says LV monogram. Well, it says Louis Vuitton. But I'll probably get a close-up after to show you guys. So there's the front, here's the back. So this is also known as the personal size or compact agenda. Both Filofax, it's personal size, I guess compact as well. It's so the paper sizes inside would be 3 inches and a quarter wide and 6 inches and 3/4. Sorry, 3 inches and 3/4 wide, 6 inches and 3/4 long. Yeah. So I'm looking into planner paper right now, and I have yet to decide which one I'm going with. I wanted a Kate Spade one. The Kate Spade one, they don't have any in Canada, and Amazon.ca does not carry them. Amazon.com does. And I also read some reviews saying that Kate Spade's agenda refills were actually not worth the price. They were $38 Canadian, oh sorry, American. So I decided not to go with that. And I was looking online, but I'm just very indecisive with what I want in here. I know I wanted something a little more colorful, and I have yet to see something that I want. So it's going into February month soon, and I'm still on the hunt for it. So I'll just put this away. And what we've all been waiting for, and I actually don't see a lot of these open boxes or even reviews of this bag I'm about to show you next. It's the Turenne, and I got the PM size. And it's kind of new still. I believe it came out in 2014, around October 2014. So it's still somewhat new. Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Oh, okay. So you get the leather ribbon, and here's the box. And I actually had read on the purse form that some people had purchased the bigger size, and some of their SAs put them in such small boxes that they were actually squished. Well, one person anyways. But I'm happy to say that I have the small one, and the box was big enough. It actually doesn't touch the bag at all, so there's so much space inside. And here she is. So you get the dust bag, and here is the Turenne in size PM. And I was so indecisive about the size, going with PM or MM. I knew I wanted crossbody, but you all know that, well, you probably don't know, but the PM size comes with a crossbody strap, and the MM comes with a more of a shoulder strap size. So actually it's not as long. Well, I actually don't know if it's the same size or not, because some of the SAs are confused as to if it's the same size or not, and it just shows different because the MM is also wider, so it just looks shorter. But I really think that the MM is just it's just a shorter bag as well, because I don't think, even if it's only like a little bit longer or wider. So the way I know if it's a PM or an MM, but I won't know the difference between the MM and the GM, is the PM always has like one LV logo right in the center, and the MM will have at least two. And the GM, I can't tell the difference between the MM and the GM, but I just know that the MM is a lot bigger, and I honestly think it's way too big for an everyday bag if that's what you were looking for. I think the MM is a great size, only it doesn't come with a crossbody strap. But I did have a crossbody strap, which I had purchased for my Plus, which I did return. So the only difference is the crossbody strap that comes with this one is vachetta. So I'm not a big fan of too much vachetta. However, I do have I think it's called a pochette. I forgot what the NM, which is, I have that in the damier, a bean color. Oh, let me just grab it to show you actually. So I have it in this color, so it'd be perfect because I actually don't use this bag as often as I did when I first got it. This is actually my first LV purchase, and it was such a small, it's such a small strap. It's like you can only wear it like shoulder, or I don't know how else you wear it. It's just very small for me, so I don't, you can wear it as a clutch, I guess, but sorry, my battery died. Okay, so I just figured I could use this strap with this bag and make it crossbody. I thought that was really cool, because that will actually start to put this bag back into use, and you know, spring's right around the corner, so I can start using it again soon. And I actually like this strap as a crossbody with this bag, because I won't be touching this strap so much because it is a crossbody, whereas if I was using it on this bag and I had it in the shortest setting, I'd be putting it on my shoulder. If I wasn't doing crossbody, I would constantly be touching, because you know, sometimes it falls off your shoulder. So I like that part. But anyways, I'm just going to show you what it looks like with the original strap. And, well, let's just talk about this bag a little more. Okay, so the bag has like a very, I feel it's a very thick canvas, and I chose this bag over the Speedy Bandolier 25, which is what I went in the store looking for. And I had my heart set on it, and honestly, there was a bit of a letdown with LV's quality control to me. So I had two Monogram Speedies to choose from in the 25 size bandolier, and one of them had like the piping on the edge, like you know how it's like the Speedies is like kind of like this shape, right? So in the corner here, one of it, like the piping, it was eaten in so much, it was like small, almost like this, right? And then the other end of that was leaning out so much. And I mean, you're paying $1,600. It's a $1,600 bag at that right now. And I didn't think it was worth for me to pay that much, because it should be perfect almost, you know what I mean? Like, I know it's man-made or handmade, or man-made, handmade, but it's just $1,600 for a bag that you can see right there. And I was just, I don't know, I wasn't happy with it. And so I asked for a second bag, and he brought it out. And again, that bag had another thing. So the first bag had the issue with the piping around the bottom. The second bag he brought out had an issue with the piping on the top side, so closer to the zipper side, and it was like leaning out a lot. Like, let me show you with this one. So it was kind of like leaning out like this a lot. And I'm talking about the Speedy now, okay guys, not this one. And it was leaning out quite a bit. You could see the thread inside where it was sewn almost. And then also I had some excess thread there showing. So I was really unhappy with that. And I was like, do you have another bag? And he's like, no, that's the only two we have right now. And he'd have to order it in for me. So I just said, okay, fine, I'm just gonna probably take it in, because I had to do a straight exchange for my bag at the time. Because I had a 30/50 credit, right? And so we need to do a straight exchange. So I'm just really happy that I got this bag. The Speedy Bendler is a beautiful bag, but from the two that I had got to choose from, I think it was a sign for me not to get it, because right when I was about to check out, I saw this one again, and I was already looking at this one, but I was looking more at the MM size, because I love crossbody, because I have 3 babies right now, and they're all under 3, so it's quite hectic when I'm going out. So I really wanted an MM size, but my sister was really set on the PM size, so we decided to go with the PM size, and I really debated on it for so long, which is why I probably didn't wait to do a proper unboxing. I just wanted to try it out in the house, just make sure that I loved it, you know what I mean? I kept on wearing it. I was so scared to touch the strap so much and everything, just in case I didn't want to keep the bag, so I didn't want it to be like, you know, used up or touched up for someone else's who was going to purchase it after me if I decide to return it. What else? So here she is. This is the PM Turenne. Sorry, I remember repeating myself, guys. I just have so much stuff I just wanted to talk about in this video. But so she has 2 pleats, and they go over, and this doesn't actually make the bag bigger than it looks, because there is an inner lining which kind of keeps it from overstretching that pleat area, right? So she's got piping on the sides, no feet at the bottom, 1 stitch at the bottom that joins it, which keeps your LV on both sides in the right side up, versus the Speedy where it's just 1 piece that goes all the way around, so one side will always be kind of like upside down. You got 2 straps on the side that do carry the D-rings, which are used for your strap. And one side of the bag has the tab for LV, Louis Vuitton, Paris, and 2 little, I don't know what these are called, but you see. And then, what else? Oh, so I also read that if you want to use a bag charm with this bag, you actually couldn't, because it's kind of too small to put. It's actually kind of tight, but you could put it over here because you'll have enough room. So that's a nice way to put it as well and use it. So from the inside, here you got 2 pockets, and you get the textile card, and this is the model. There you go. And this one is made in the USA. Let's see if I can show you. Oh, I can't show you. Let me see. Oh, I can't show you. It's too hard. I'll show you close up later. And there's a date code right there in the one of the pockets. You get another pocket on the other side. And this is like really big. It's good for you to put like your phone, because my phone is quite big. Actually, it probably won't fit in here. It actually didn't fit in there when I used it. And it's so roomy. I realized that I don't need to keep carrying big bags all the time, because I'm so used to buying big bags that I really had my heart set on the MM size. But I'm so in love with this now. I use my strap that hold on, let me show you. So this is the strap that I purchased for my Palace, which has now been returned, and I actually like using the strap with this bag more because, again, less vachetta, so lower maintenance. And I just love how it actually makes the bag look a little darker versus the original strap. which is good for summer. I mean, I love this strap still, but I think for everyday wear, especially if I'm not wearing a crossbody, I don't mind touching this all the time, and it won't show anywhere, you know, whereas this, if I'm constantly touching it, it's going to start getting darker in certain areas. Yeah, so it's about the same size. Let me check the strap actually. So here are the straps on the shortest hole, and the hook size are actually the same size because some of them are a little bigger, I think. I can't remember which one it was a little bigger, but these two are the same size. And you can tell my purchased strap actually has a lot more extra holes, so I can actually make it a little longer, more crossbody. But honestly, I don't think you need it. I think this one it comes with is perfect already. But here you go. You can just see that it actually is just not that much different. But I can make mine a lot longer, like my Monogram one. And my Monogram one actually was, I think it was like $260 or something like that. There's another one that actually doesn't have the vachetta. What are these things called? I don't know, but yeah. So there's the one another strap that has the coating around the edges, like the glazing, and that one's actually, I think, about $80 more than this one, and I didn't know that there was a second piece. But I'm really happy with this one still anyways, because I can use this with bags that do have the monogram, that have the vachetta showing. So I personally didn't want this when I realized that after there was another one, because over time this may start to stretch out, because I know that the LV Speedies, you know, when they have the key hook on the side, like the key hooked on the side, I've been told that sometimes they start to stretch it out, the hole. So I was just worried about that, but I think it'll probably be like maybe $30 to replace each of these. So hopefully not anytime soon for that. I think it's such a beautiful bag. This is the modern, I guess some people have been calling it the modern Speedy, and I honestly love the shape of it. Like, she actually sits very beautifully off your body because of the way she tapers in on the top, and she actually can carry quite a bit. I do think that the Speedy has, like the 25 I'm comparing it to, because I would think that 25 is comparable to like a PM size, right? And I do think that the 25 does carry a little more because the Speedy does kind of round off at the top more. So you can put a little bit more. But I honestly think that will just make it a little bigger. I mean, a little heavier. It'll make it... But I actually didn't like the strap for the Speedy right here on the side. So a reason why I like this better than the Speedy now that I've purchased this one is the Speedy, it's a beautiful bag, don't get me wrong. But for me... the band was what my sister didn't like, and I kind of saw it from her point of view after, like, it's just such a thick band that I actually would have preferred the damier being in the 25 instead, but I already have a Speedy 30 in that print, so I didn't, or the canvas, I didn't want another bag. I just think it's kind of pointless to purchase a smaller bag of the same print and canvas, right? So this bag is actually made in the USA, and I'll show you guys a closer picture of it. But that is it. That is for my unboxing of the Louis Vuitton Turenne in PM size. And the agenda as well. So these were my two exchanges from the Palace, and I actually was happy kind of that I waited to get the LV monogram, because I would have had a credit left, and that would have forced me to buy another bag, which I really wasn't looking for anymore, because I was really happy with the Palace. And after using it, I realized that it didn't suit my style. So I was very happy with this because I'm very casual, and I do have my dressier bags anyways, so I didn't need a crossbody dressier bag. For me, I think it's dressy anyways, the color, and I don't know what it was. It's just, I just felt it just didn't suit my style. So I'm very excited to use these, and I'm very excited to use my agenda. That's it. So thank you so much for watching my unboxing of my Monogram agenda and my Turenne PM. So I hope you enjoyed the video.